All right, Ford guys, don't hate me here, but here's a fatal flaw with a 5-liter Ford. Right here. You do a cam swap, you do a timing cover swap, you do a water pump. You're going to end up breaking that if you over torque it. And if you do break that, you're going to end up having coolant going everywhere. You're either going to misdiagnose it as a head gasket because there's coolant going into the oil, or it's just going to be dripping down the side of the block for a couple months before you realize, hey, there's a coolant leak. So I took this car apart, I got it all ready to go, and then when I finally got to taking the timing cover off, that little piece broke off in my hand when I took that bolt out. So, last guy to work on this car clearly just over torqued that. It's supposed to be to like 15 foot-pounds or like 20 foot-pounds, and even then, that might even be too tight for these. But the good thing about having a small block Ford and having it break on you is the fact that small block Fords are everywhere. Like, seriously, small block Fords are everywhere. This is a 302 I bought off Marketplace. This is a flat tappet cam block that came out of a late 70s sedan. Only downside to this is I'm going to run roller lifters on it, and those are like $700. I think they're Lunati, or like 500, something like that. They're expensive. But anyways, the good thing about this block is the fact that it doesn't have that little piece broken off. And even if it's not broken off, there will be a hairline crack there if it's over tightened at any point. Now, 351s do not have this problem because they have a taller deck that's not machined down so thin. So if you have a 351, that's like the perfect small block Ford. You have a 302, gotta look out for that. But I will say, with all these being so cheap to modify, I'm not going to tell people, hey, don't bother with a small block Ford. Small block Fords are still great. You do the right machine work, you go ahead and put roller cam in this thing, solid roller I mean, put some high flowing heads in it, and you're going to be turning about 8,000 RPM. Little tiny screamer motor, and they are freaking fantastic. Just look up NASCAR truck and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They sound fantastic. Plus, on top of that, most of the time when we're talking about a small block Ford, especially a 302, you're going to have a Fox body. And Fox bodies are great. They're tiny, they're light, they handle well, they have plenty of parts available. Like hell, they made this platform from 1978, 77, all the way until 2004. Yes, the new Edge and the SN95 was the same platform as the Fox body cars, just they beefed them up a little bit. It's just a shame that these cars have that one fatal problem when people don't know what the hell they're doing. So please, if you have a small block Ford and you are going to do a cam swap or something to do with the front end of the motor, make sure you are very, very careful when you're torquing this down. Don't break your block, because believe me, it's gonna be a headache.